What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button so my videos can be recommended to others, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss any future content. Alright, with that being said, let's go on with this video.
Padre cielo que estás en lo nuestro. Ay, Dios mío. Santa María.
You really thought the gate was gonna hold him back, huh? He just rolled over his shoulder. Could have been worse.
What's up? Time for a nightly news rundown. Let's get into a couple things. Out the gate, we should talk about California, obviously. So, one thing I wanted to talk about that I've been thinking on, all these videos of the arsonists, right? Now, all of a sudden, it's becoming clear that some of these fires have been set intentionally. You know, what's interesting about that is that makes it easier for insurance companies to deny claims, yet again. Because it's no longer an act of God, it's arson, right? Which is a very different thing. Furthermore, are you aware that Las Vegas is going to become the next Hollywood? Yeah. A couple days ago, Warner Bros. Committed $8.5 billion to upgrade their Las Vegas production studios. Now, what do we think of the timing on that one? What do we think of the timing on that one? I'm going to be digging into that side of the story more. And also, we got UFOs in Ontario. I'm going to make another video.
And I've seen it and I believe it. So the City of Angels actually did have a plan similar to the island. So what came after the incident on the island was this, okay, people? And they seem to have done a pretty good job. Like I said before, the City of Angels had a plan too for 2028. A whole vision, in fact. A whole new vision. And what comes with that vision is infrastructure. Lots and lots of infrastructure. I mean, there's a timeline. But like I said, remember about the island and now the City of Angels. Let me just tell you, it is hard to build a whole new infrastructure when you have a well-established City of Angels. When something happens like what happened on the island, these plans can become much more achievable.
Yeah, it's true. It's very difficult when the city's already fully built. However, when they can start from scratch, basically, a lot easier. Well, like you said.
This man's walking around and he sees a part of a liquefied, now solidified, melted metal action from this car. Many people are already going to be thinking that would be a pretty hot fire, which it would be. So there must be a forest right nearby that's burnt. Oh, not really. Now, in this book, Where Did the Towers Go? There was a parking lot, and it was, they called the Toasted Car Park, because almost every single car in this parking lot got toasted. And it was near the towers, makes you wonder. But the strange thing is that you'd have images like this, where the outside of the car is toasted, the paint is melted off, but inside plastic and vinyl still is intact. Same thing with this, toasted exterior, but unburnt upholstery, unburnt seatbelt, plastic molding. And it's all about the strangeness of what happened to some of these cars on 9/11. Makes you wonder.
I mean, just common knowledge. The fact that the metal of the cars are melting, but the plastic isn't melting.
I say they added 1,000 years to everything. This is what I mean. 1851 AD, but the ones don't match. They're not cut out the same. The V is a U, or the U is a V. That's Roman. This was built in the 1st century, 85 AD. Okay? And this does not weather. This is weather-resistant stone. Those ones do not match. All these old banks used to be temples, all right? And they veneer over these and adjust the dates on the front. They added 1,000 years to it on that date right there. One date, one number adjusted throws off the timeline for the whole entire city. This is one block over. These were all old temples, all right? And I'm going to show you guys who are the ones that reset it, because there's another one right here. That's your next one right there. So this is Franklin Plaza in Troy. This is an old building that was a temple that got converted into Franklin Plaza. You see how that says number 33 right there, 1931, and then ones are edited on each side, cut in there? Somebody should get a $250 fine for that. That says number 33. This is right on Grand Street. That's because before this was Franklin Plaza. This is where your 33-degree Grandmaster stayed. None of you are going to be able to bait me on this.
The fact that everything just matches, and it makes a lot of sense. The number ones do look a lot different.
Men in the US have in a remote forest while searching for Bigfoot. Drones, aircraft, dogs, and 60 volunteers were called in on a 3-day search starting on Christmas Day to find the pair, after a family member reported that they hadn't returned from a trip to the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest to find proof that the mystical creature existed. Authorities in Washington state said rescuers searched in brutally cold weather conditions and said the men appeared to have due to exposure based on weather conditions and ill preparedness. Hundreds of sightings of Bigfoot, who also goes by the name Sasquatch, have been reported in the Pacific Northwest of the United States and Western Canada. In Skamania County, where the pair went missing, Bigfoot is protected so that a person can end up getting a year in prison or a $1,000 fine if the creature is harmed.
I'm not sure why they would have to protect it or even have to put a fine on it if it's not real, right? But I mean, it is what it is.
When Nikola Tesla passed away in 1943, over 10,000 patents and documents were confiscated by government officials. One of these patents was for an invention that he named the flying machine. Exactly 4 years later, in 1947, a businessman named Kenneth Arnold made the first official UFO report when he claimed to witness 9 high-speed objects flying over Mount Rainier in Washington. Going forward into the 1950s and 60s, there was a well-known surge in UFO sightings where people were reporting them to TV stations and radio hosts by the hundreds. Now, to me, this really makes it seem like UFOs aren't connected to aliens in any way, but instead are secret military and government projects specifically based off of Nikola Tesla's patents. This is just a theory, but what if the general public was programmed to believe aliens and UFOs are connected to hide the fact that this type of technology could be created 100% by humans using only elements from Earth? Hypothetically, if this were the case, it wouldn't take people long to figure out that there's nothing stopping us from implementing this technology within our society, creating a utopia outside of people wanting to maintain control, wealth, and power.
So we've all seen Toy Story, right? And you remember Woody's famous line, "There's a snake in my boot." We can all agree on that. Are you sure about that, though? Are you sure he said there's a snake in my boot? Well, let's just watch to confirm. I could have sworn it was "there's a snake in my boot." "There's a snake in my boots" doesn't even really make sense. But go watch the original. You can go in your basement and find the VHS of it and plug it in and turn it on. It's Boots now. It was never Boot. Shocking.
I mean, I wasn't never really into Toy Story that much, but I can almost guarantee that it said boot, not boots. Mandela effect, right?
We now have the clear shot of the orbs, which are now being called plasmoids. And people are saying that these are actual living organisms. And here's a really close-up shot of it with a 600mm film camera. And if you guys remember, there's this one dude that predicted this aerial battle that was supposed to happen shortly after Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan's podcast. If you remember, they were saying that there was supposed to be an alien invasion at a certain date and time, which never technically happened. But our definition of an alien invasion might be totally different than what's actually happening. So in this video here, a drone, which is this green light, comes up to the orb, which is the orange light, and the orb completely destroys this drone. The guy that was able to predict different events that happened did so that would use an algorithm that would analyze online conversations and predict future events. I did a full video on this, and the dude actually predicted a lot of things that have happened. And could the drones and the orbs in the sky be the alien invasion that he had predicted?
Honestly, I'm not sure what we should be worried about more, the drones or the orbs, because those plasmoids are really, they're a little scary, man. The fact that they just zapped that drone and it just went down.
So did you guys see the latest of what's going on in New Jersey, even Delaware, parts of New York? Drones the size of SUVs in the skies over these areas. And this was posted a few hours ago. 50 drones came in from the ocean. At least a dozen of them trailed a Coast Guard ship. Mysterious New Jersey drone sightings prompt a call for state of emergency. I don't know about that. Let's find out where the Sam damn these things are coming from. And are they really drones? Because if you look here, I mean, this is the type of thing you can see in the sky. You see lights. How big is that thing? I don't know. It's not a small little handheld one, probably. Looks a bit bigger than that, but what really is this craft? Dare I say it's unidentified, and it's a flying object. Mystery drones are swarming New Jersey skies, but can you shoot them down? I don't think so. Don't try it. You get a charge. And the U.S. Military Research Center denies that the New Jersey drones are theirs. Here's another picture of one of them. It begs the question, whatever it is, whatever these are, don't care to be in secrecy. They don't care to be camouflaged and blend in. They either don't mind being seen or they want to be seen. Which one is it? What agenda could this be?
Oh my god, here we go. Here it is. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What is that?
No way. And an F-16 just flew over. No way.
We shouldn't be outside.
Was that? Let's go inside. What the was that?
This has to be a cover for something. The fact that the government or anybody hasn't done anything about the drones or plasmoids, it's a distraction for something else. My thought is just they had to start a fire to distract us from the drones and the plasmoids, and now that the fire went up and destroyed those homes for possibly that new rebuild, I think they're trying to melt Antarctica. That's just something I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, I'm no snake expert, but I think it's upside down.
Newest member of the Black Eye Club is the senator from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell. Yeah, so just weeks after Jay Leno joins the club, Mitch McConnell takes a tumble on Capitol Hill after having lunch with some Republicans. And he hurts his wrist and hurts his left eye. Yeah, so he's got a nice little shiner and a bandage under his left eye. Guys, just like 99% of the time when these people hurt their eyes, it's the left eye, the eye of Horus. Now, I know, Mitch McConnell's very old and he had a very public brain malfunction on national TV not that long ago. So it could have been an accident. But with that being said, why isn't this guy at home with his grandkids? Why is he still on Capitol Hill, like, doing things? Please tell me he's not voting on things. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like this, but this guy cannot walk without falling down. So why is he still there?
I mean, just like I did on the last video, I mean, we keep getting these elderly people doing these jobs and they have these conditions where I don't even think they're capable of doing the job anymore. It's just a little concerning knowing that these are the ones that we allow making our choices for us to run this country. They have so much power and yet they forget what they're doing.
The Where Are You Now music video by Justin Bieber. Where are you now that I need you? The whole time there was subliminal messages when Justin Bieber was rapping, right? Aliens are real, Masonic symbols, Illuminati is real, believe in the devil. Yeah. And it goes, where are you now that I need you? And then when that thing goes off, there's a bunch of art. Once you slow down the video frame by frame, whoa. Look. Masonic symbols right there. Oh, Master 22. Whoa. Yeah. Yes. Look, pyramids in the eye. Flash at this video. They pushed Justin to push that agenda. We've been knew this. I thought Justin was
the thing is that these artists, they don't really have much to say on what they actually get to do. They're basically told what to do by their label. It's part of his contract or something. So there's nothing he can really say about the art.
Saying that Elon Musk has kind of built his own base on Antarctica?
That camp exists. It's called Three Glaciers Retreat. It's a luxury camp. My buddy Devin and I were lucky enough to go up there for a few nights. It's absolutely incredible. It's like in the middle of nowhere in Antarctica, and you have Michelin star chef cooking you meals. You have like maybe 8 or 12 of these little tents, which are kind of the rooms with heaters and like super nice beds and a ton of activities. You can go. We went skiing up this kind of nearby mountain. You can take snowmobiles out.
Full bar?
Full bar. Oh, with the nicest alcohol.
So you're telling me that we can't even go visit it, or nobody can go explore it, but he has a 5-star hotel for your people that can afford it can go? You guys like the video, so I can book a reservation. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. That's going to be the end of the video. Don't forget to smash the like button so that way YouTube can put this video out in the algorithm. And also do me a favor, smash that subscribe button so that way you guys can find out when I drop a new video. Alright, catch you guys in the next one.